We're standing here on the Rooibos tea drying yard, middle of February, more or less, and it's about 30 to 35 degrees today. That's what we need to dry the Rooibos tea properly. In there is my cutting facility. The Rooibos tea come from the fields in a mangle, and then we cut it in 3 to 4 millimeter pieces. That's must be done very properly, otherwise it is not the same length. Then we paid not the same grade as for fine cut. After it's been cut, we bring it to the fermentation area, that's over here, and during the fermentation process we bruise the outside of the plant. The reason why we bruise it is to then start naturally building up heat. The average heat in that fermentation area is about 37 degrees. We bring in some water as well. In that time, and the fermentation process took about 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours, all depend on the soil type of the plant where we cut it. In that time, all the taste and the aroma is coming in naturally. The Rooibos tea is fermented. It's changed from that green Rooibos tea to the more reddish Rooibos tea, and then after 8 to 12 hours it's ready to spread open on the drying yard. That process starts normally in the morning, between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning we spread the tea open, and after it's spreading open it starts drying. The sun and the wind help us to dry, and then in the afternoon between 3 and 4 o'clock normally the Rooibos tea is dry. We collect it. There's a machine. Work with like a broom, and the broom is turning it around. While it's turning it around, it's throwing it into a container. Yeah, so it's a very simple method. There is also some farmers that use like a cleaner, a dust cleaner that suck it up, but it's a very slow process to suck it up. So that took me about half an hour, and all the Rooibos tea, and we spread open every day approximately 20 to 25 tons of wet tea. We spread open this area, so the collection is about half to 3/4 of an hour. The stuff that stay on the ground is no problem. That will be missed today, we collect it tomorrow, so that's no problem. The wind can be a problem, but I'm lucky, I'm fortunate in this area. That's not that strong wind, so that wall that's built over there is more than enough to prevent it from blowing over. So the loss, less than 0.5%. Put it in bags, back to the factory. We separate the dust and the thicker parts from the actually small particles Rooibos tea, and the thicker parts we also use to make extract and the dust as well. After that separation took place, we took it to the Rooibos Limited or any buyer. We use big bags, sling bags. So yeah, it's much more cleaner, less people on the tea court. But the average tea farmer use a broom and a shovel and throw it in a bag. All the machinery that's on this tea court, we build it on the farm because it's such a small industry. Except for the tractors, all the other machinery we build on the farm in our own workshop, because there's no machinery available. Then the process of steam pasteurization took place. As you can see, this is an open factory, and we try our utmost best to keep it as clean as possible, but it's not always possible. So after it's been collected on the farm, it's took to the Rooibos Limited pasteurization department, and they pasteurize all the Rooibos tea, and then it's ready for packing and sending overseas.